2009, 2013, I was able to be in Mr. Kriese's class and be an FFA. Those 4 years were probably the best years I've had in my life. Mr. Kriese taught me so many things in those 4 years, it was ridiculous. The best thing he taught me was you can go out, learn a trade, and work and be happy. You don't need to go to college. You don't need to go have these 4, 6, 8-year degrees to be happy. I did it. I'm 23 years old, and I gotta say, I'm living the dream. I'm living the American dream. He taught me to be able to go out and work with my hands. He taught me to do so many things more than all the rest of my teachers ever taught me. He taught me the skills that I need to be successful in life. It's hard to believe that Mr. Kriese is not going to be teaching anymore, seeing as he was just a great teacher when he was there. It's going to be sad to see what the next generation of kids are going to do without teachers like Mr. Kriese. I hope that in the future there are more people that take up and do the things that he had always done with the FFA, with ed classes in schools, because I feel like it's a dying thing, and Mr. Kriese kept it alive for so long. He was so good at it. It makes me sad to see him go. I wish he could be there for like when I have kids, and I could just have them come home and say that, they have a teacher that has a vein in his forehead that pops out every time they make him mad. Because everyone knows I've seen it plenty of times. Mr. Kriese, this is for you, buddy. Sad to see you go.
Hi, Mr. Kriese. Perry Lewis, class of 2013. Just wanted to say thank you for everything you've done for me and Penny and FFA. All the hours and motivation for participating in the tractor driving contest and welding contest and ag mechanics contest and pushing me to do a proficiency and pushing me to get my American degree. You were with me every step of the way. I really appreciate it. Thank you, and have a happy retirement.
Hi, Mr. Kriese. Kelsey Broom here, class of 2010. First, I want to congratulate you on your retirement. And also, I want to thank you. Thank you so much for everything you did for me. You took me under your wing when I was in 8th grade, and I got to spend the most amazing 5 years with you. Honestly, I wouldn't take it back. In those 5 years, it was probably some of the toughest years of my life, and you helped me get through it. And I honestly don't know where I would be if it wasn't the help that you gave me. I also have the great opportunity to go on 2 FFA trips with you as a chaperone, and I got to see the countless hours that you put in behind the scenes, and it was truly amazing. The dedication that you have for the FFA and for the FFA members was absolutely amazing. You planned some of the best trips for the FFAers. You put in countless hours at Camp Oswegatchie, making the camp better, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you did. Mr. Kriese, I really hope you enjoy your retirement. This is not a goodbye. This is just a see you later. You will truly be missed. Thank you again, Mr. Kriese.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Fenton. I graduated from Penny Academy in 2005, and I was an FFA member with Mr. Kriese. Mr. Kriese has impacted my life in so many different ways, and right now I'm on the path to finishing my PhD in plant breeding and genetics, which I can for sure tell you would have never happened without Mr. John Kriese. I think the most impactful thing that he did for me, and I'm not sure if he realizes this, is that when I first started in FFA, he made it so I got the Scott Schaff Memorial Award to attend Camp Oswegatchie. And I was one of 2 students to go from the chapter that year, and he drove me all the way to Camp Oswegatchie, just him and I. We were eating pepperoni and cheese, and he was giving me great life advice, and from that day on, I was really hooked on being an FFA member. Since then, Mr. Kriese has been a steadfast supporter all the way throughout my career and an excellent mentor. But I have to tell you the secret to his success. Behind Mr. Kriese is an amazing woman, Mrs. Anita Kriese. And just as much as I have to thank Mr. Kriese, I have to thank Mrs. Kriese and his wonderful family for letting Mr. Kriese have all of this time to support so many FFA members along the year. So we all know your secret, and your secret is Mrs. Kriese. Thank you, Mr. Kriese, for everything that you've done. I can't believe you're retiring. I don't even know what the future's going to look like, but I'm sure it's going to be bright because you've influenced so many of us, and we're so proud to carry on your legacy.
Hey, Mr. Kriese, happy retirement. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Susie Woodward, or you probably would remember me most by my maiden name, Vaughan. I was state president in 2000-2001 and graduated from Panyan Academy in 2000. This is a message from me in New Zealand, all the way halfway across the world, to say congratulations on your retirement, and I wish you very well. Probably the person that's going to look forward to it the most is Mrs. Kriese and the kids. For all those times that you spent away, I just can't imagine what she's going to do with you now that you're going to be home. But yeah, just like to say that there's going to be a big hole left at Panyan Academy with ag education and the FFA. You are an awesome inspiration and role model for us all, and you really encouraged us to be better people. When I first started, I had no idea what FFA was going to do for me, and just that little encouragement by you to get into public speaking gave me so much more confidence than I ever expected to have. And I think really that's the main reason why I ended up where I am today. All the trips that we went on to National Convention, to Camp Oswegatchie, to any other events with the chapter, really gave me the confidence to look elsewhere at opportunities and to go out on my own and try something new. So here I am in New Zealand, milking 1,000 cows. I've got 4 children, and if you'd asked me that 20 years ago, I probably thought I would have ended up back at home on the Vaughan farm. So yeah, lots happened since then, and it's all down to you, Mr. Kriese. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. You'll truly be missed but never forgotten, and I hope that you'll find some time on your retirement to bring Mrs. Kriese down to New Zealand and come see another part of the world. Best of luck, and many wishes from me in New Zealand.
Mr. Kriese, congratulations. You are the only surviving man to have survived all 3 red-headed Jensen girls in his classroom, and that spanned a third of your career. That is a feat in and of itself. Now tonight, I'm sure there will be many people reminiscing about moments they had in the classroom, memories they made on an FFA trip, or lessons they learned in and out of the classroom from you. Tonight, I want to say thank you. Thank you for inspiring, for motivating, and for educating every single student that walked into the ag room at Panyan Academy. Even students that might have struggled elsewhere were provided opportunities in your classroom that helped them see the reality of the real world. Now, there's no doubt about it, and it's no secret that you and I had our fair share of disagreements throughout my 4 years of high school. But looking back now, I realize that those disagreements were well worth their time. Those disagreements helped me realize and understand the skills that I needed in order to be successful in any career. My career has literally taken me all over the world, and I have you to thank for that. You helped me get on that first FFA bus. You helped me realize that there is more to the world than what meets my eye. And for that, I say thank you. Now tonight I want to leave you with one final statement that you've probably said to many people in this room, but I'm going to put it right back on you. Mr. Kriese, where would you be without me? Congratulations and good luck on your next chapter called retirement.
Hi, I'm Aaron Vaughn, class of 1999. I want to take this opportunity to thank Mr. Kriese, not only for the time in the ag classroom, but as well as what you did for the FFA members over the years, for all the trips and travels that you had to go on, for the nights that you left Mrs. Kriese at home. We thank her, too, for the support that she gave you to make that all happen, for the many memories that the rest of us got to experience. Good luck with your retirement, Mr. Kriese.
Mr. Kriese, congratulations on your retirement. You made it. There probably were a few years you weren't sure if you were ever going to make it to this point because you had the 3 red-headed Jensen girls in FFA. Thank you for everything you did for me, as well as every other student who decided to go to the end of the hallway for class. We've traveled a lot of miles over the years, from Kansas City to Oswegatchie and state FFA conventions to the Big E in Springfield, Massachusetts. The only time I've ever had scrambled eggs, hot dogs, and stale bagels for breakfast was with you and the Ag Mechanics team at the Big E. And just an FYI, you can't cut a stale bagel with a plastic knife. But seriously, Mr. Kriese, you are an amazing teacher and have truly had an impact on my life, and I will forever consider you a friend. Congratulations on your retirement. Enjoy it. You definitely deserve it.
Hey, Mr. Kriese, congratulations on your retirement. Matt Hibbert here, class of 1990, which was actually just a couple months before you came along to start teaching at Penn Yan. So I never did get the opportunity to call you my ag teacher, but I was fortunate enough to stay connected with FFA. My freshman year in college, I served as a New York State FFA reporter. And that was the year that you actually started teaching at Penn Yan, which, interesting piece of trivia, means that I get to say that I was your first state FFA officer from Penn Yan. But even though our paths didn't really cross that much that year, I know that you offered your assistance to help me if I ever needed it. And the next year when I put my American degree application in, you were there to help me make sure I had all my ducks in order to be able to earn that honor, and which was the most proudest moments of my life. Hey, you know, I really want to say thank you for all you've done for Penn Yan FFA and making all of us proud to say that we are alum of Penn Yan FFA. You know, there was a period of time in between when Mr. Giles retired and when you came along. We had a few different teachers come and go. They were all great teachers in their own right, but nobody that was really there to leave, you know, the legacy that Penn Yan once had in New York State ag education and FFA. But you certainly helped the organization to reestablish that legacy in your own way, and all of us are so proud to be part of this great organization. We wish you many years of happiness and health, and I hope our paths continue to cross. Thank you, Mr. Kriese.